It is good to have everyone tonight. We're glad that you're here. This is our third lesson of the week. Fast Track Lesson 3. This is the Fast Track's a very program that helped me lose more than 100 pounds in less than 6 weeks and come off all prescription medications. And it has changed tens of thousands of lives, but it's a lifestyle and you have to learn it. And if this is your first week, we're going to start wrapping it up, bringing it all home tomorrow at either the 10:30 session or the 8 p.m. session. I go live twice a day, Monday through Thursday, to make sure that I support our members who I love so dearly. So just know I'm here to help you. There's no need to let frustration settle in or fear or doubt or any of that, because I'm here with you every single week, Monday through Thursday, 10:30 a.m., 8 p.m. Make sure you got good meal ideas, to make sure you understand why those are good meal ideas, to teach how your body works, to talk to you about behavior modification and help you love yourself more. All right. So if you come and you have a willing heart, we're going to change our lives together. All right. You can come through this course as many times as you want. I recommend more than once, but if this is your first week, by next week, you should be able to start eating like we've talked about, right? This week was a learning experience, getting you on the onboarding ramp. We're teaching you the program, and then next week, boom, you're off to the races. You should have all gotten early in the week the Fast Track meal ideas and recipes. If you didn't get that, you probably ended up in your spam folder. But if you didn't get it, then please reach out to us at info@myshibboleth.com. And it gives you a list of beginner recipes and ideas, and you'll be successful with that. Deborah says, help me lose 67 since January. Hey, Heather DeCamp, good to have Heather with us tonight. Heather, sorry we didn't get to connect today. I've been either in meetings or on the phone, but I'll catch up with you, I promise. Help me lose 160 a little over a year ago. Wow, Charles Grant. Who are you? That's my buddy right there, y'all. 160 pounds down. What a man. What a mighty, mighty good man. Look at all this. Good stuff, y'all. Hey, Sasha has arrived. Big round of applause for my helper. Woo! Woo! We are a husband and wife team. And our mission in life is to help people, to serve people as best we can. When we fail you, we just ask for your grace. And with that, we'll all be successful. Elizabeth, hey, Elizabeth is back. I'm under 200. She hit Wonderland today. That's celebration. Cause for celebration. Anytime y'all, if you've never went through this, when you get out of them twos and you get into ONE land, Wonderland, it's a beautiful feeling and a great accomplishment. Way to go. Was learning more about Elizabeth's story today. I had no idea that she'd been so successful with the program. I knew she'd been successful, but I didn't know that it's successful. Way to go. We're about to change the world together, aren't we, Elizabeth? Heather did the same thing. Heather hit Wonderland too. Amen. Me and them two sisters is going to change the world. We are getting up a plan to do so. It's going to be amazing too. Well, Jesus changed the world. We're just going to keep following in his footsteps. Deborah is almost to Wonderland, ONE land. Deborah, 13 pounds more and you're there. Way to go. Let's work hard. Put that on the fridge, put it in your mind, focus on it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Aaron, just look forward to the 200s. I've been there. I was in threes. I know what that's like. I don't know what the fours is like, but God to let you go through that's not your fault. God is trying to use your situation as a testimony to point people towards Jesus. Proud of you, bro. All right. Let's go, everybody. Let's get ready. 8 o'clock. Let's finish Wednesday strong. Let's get ready for a little summary. All right. We call a perfect day, and after 2 perfect days, you are in efficient fat burning mode. You are efficiently burning body fat. True or false? True. Next question. If I'm having a perfect day and following the rules and I eat one Dorito, that's still a perfect day. I should show myself grace in that situation. If you so much as lick the cheese dust off a dirty Dorito, that's a holiday, because after the lick goes the crunch, after the crunch goes the bag, and you know it, because I know it. I was that way too. We live, and this is a balanced life. A lot of people that are in the nutritional know, they often criticize us for having a day called the perfect day. By the way, biblically, it's based upon be thou perfect. Biblically, that means to be vigilant and mature. Do the right thing more than the wrong thing. Let's do that, okay? Work hard, play hard. So perfect day doesn't mean you're always going to be perfect. But you have to have, what got us in this shape is our eating lifestyle was willy-nilly. Y'all with me? That's mine. I'm pointing at you, but I got three fingers pointing back at me. It was willy-nilly. I didn't understand. Thought I did, but I didn't. I didn't know that the little foxes spoiled the vine. I didn't know that a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. Are y'all with me? I didn't realize that. So I had to have some structure where I took one day at a time, and I'm either having a perfect day or it's a holiday. I don't care if it's a hog trough day. It's just one holiday. Well, I just suck snot all the time. Sorry. TMI. I don't care if it's a nibble or a whole bag. It's a holiday, because we've got to recondition ourselves not to graze and not to be willy-nilly with food. Do y'all agree with that? Can y'all see why we do that? And by the way, you control insulin this way. If you're grazing a little bit all day, you're going to provoke too much insulin, and insulin, true or false, it's called the fat bus. Insulin is called the fat bus. Appetite goes through the roof, fat storage takes place, and efficient fat burning stops for up to 2 days. Until we get those insulin levels abated, we get them in recession, we cannot efficiently burn fat. If you're losing weight and you have these loads of insulin, the weight that you're losing is water and sugar. It's not fat. With those levels of growth hormone in your system that happen through grazing and grazing on the wrong foods and even some of the right foods, you can't efficiently burn fat. That's why people spin their wheels. We must control insulin with that structure of perfect day holiday. And the fat bus is a good analogy, a good explanation of insulin if you're trying to lose weight. Now, insulin's a growth hormone. If I'm dealing with a bodybuilder who's trying to bulk up, they're in bulking season, then, oh, no, we want to spike insulin. We want to spike it. But for our purpose, one goal at a time. Everybody, if you don't hear anything tonight, hear this. You cannot have two goals at one time. You either have the goal of losing fat and preserving muscle, or you have the goal of eating in surplus and building muscle. Beth says, with FODMAP, I'm allowed oranges. What would you suggest to eat that with, and would it be a meal or not do at all while in weight loss? Well, we tackled that yesterday. We're going to tackle it. We can tackle it some more today. We don't look, true or false, I can eat an orange by itself. Let's see if we're all learning together. True or false, if I'm in maintenance, an orange by itself would be an excellent snack episode. True. But if I'm trying to lose weight, that works against me. But I'm really craving that orange. I don't know much about FODMAP, but I'm really craving an orange. So could I do the following? Could I have 4 ounces of boar's head turkey breast, peppered turkey, a slice of approved cheese, lettuce, and tomato on healthy life bread with an orange for dessert. Yeah, that's how I would have that. That's how I would have it, because you're not having the orange by itself. You're consuming it. You're putting it in the manufacturer. You're putting it in the processing plant. You're putting it in the processing plant, and the blood flow is breaking down the bread, the turkey. But when it gets to the orange, this is layman's term, it's happening all at once. But that protein and fiber slows down that blood sugar rise. So we get less resultant insulin. So if I just have the sandwich, I probably go out of fat burning for an hour or two, and then I'm back in fat burning. If I have the orange in that way, I go out of fat burning for maybe an hour longer, then I'm back in fat burning. Does that make sense, everybody? Gotcha, Beth. Gotcha. It's not that you can't have it, but you need to take those foods that don't upset your IBS and have those in the right combination with that orange. Then you'll be fine. All right, let's continue. Let's continue. I can't stand water. I don't ever believe that, but I can't stand water, people say. Can I replace my water with Crystal Light? True or false? I can replace my water with Crystal Light. This one is not a good answer for it. If people are sincere and they won't drink their water, that's fine. But I don't teach it that way. It's still hydration. I have sustained hydrate. It's still hydration. But what I want you to do is have water as water. You know, think of it this way. My half a gallon to a gallon of water that I drink every day, if I would not shower in it, it should not count as my water. Does that make sense? Next, I want a journal. I want a journal, and if I bite it, I write it, I hog it, I log it. True or false? Travis says that he is yet to know a single person who lost all of their weight and kept all of it off without a journal. 240-something thousand people. They're out there, but I don't know who they are. They've long gone, but statistically, there's somebody. But for me to say that I know no one that can lose their weight and keep it off without, now, here's a qualifier, right? If they continue coming to live class, yeah, they could, because it's keeping the information top of consciousness, some accountability. I'm talking about people that's left live class and they quit their journal. They usually gain a lot of their weight back. Do we want that to happen after working this hard? We need that accountability tool. And by the way, the journal helps me work stuff out that has nothing to do with my food. I see things totally different after I get done with my journal. I can be so hurt and wounded, but when I start writing it out, I'm like, oh, okay, it's not that bad. You need to write things out. When you're feeling this is so hard, write that out. What you'll find is that's a thought from the enemy, and when you start saying it or writing it, you probably don't agree with it. So writing things out. What triggered me to eat that way? I was craving a Reese cup, and I had it. I got fixated on it, but then it wasn't worth it. Why did I do that? Next time I'll eat a Health Smart peanut butter patty, and I'll continue my perfect day. Working that out instead of eating compulsively. Okay. Next, food combinations. Food combinations. Fat, long chain triglycerides, fat, like steak fat, peanut butter fat, different types of fats, they are already in the form of fat, therefore they're easily stored as fat. That's true. Very true. Very true. I will not store fat I will not store fat if I have not spiked insulin. True or false? False. Fat is already in the form of fat, so if I overconsume it, even without insulin, I'm storing it. Does that make sense? Portion control keeps us safe. But I will store it much more efficiently if I provoke insulin. I don't even have to overeat it. Do you see the difference? Do you see the distinction? Fat, carbohydrate, together, storage. More storage. Have to watch that. Next, if I eat too many carbohydrate, but I eat no fat, I will not store fat. True or false? False. Carbohydrate is easily converted to fat and stored as fat. And it spikes insulin. True or false? Protein is almost impossible to store as fat. True. True. True or false? A banana is better for you than berries. False. True or false? Corn is better for you than lima beans. They're both in the same category. Corn is better for you than lima beans. False. Good job, everybody. Good job. Portion control. I can have up to 4 eating episodes a day if I must. That's true. True or false? I could have as many as 7 eating episodes if I must and still lose weight. That's true. Did I trick you? So I could have 3 meals, I could have 1 approved snack, and then I could have freebies several different times during the day. Now, that is how I teach it too, Ashley. Ashley's trying to get me. I love you, sis. How many of y'all have heard me teach it that way, but I say that's not optimal? Yeah, I was being tricky, Ashley. That's tricky. See, y'all heard me. That's tricky. So, true or false? For optimal results, I should not eat more than 3 eating episodes a day. True. To portion a meal that's properly combined, I should put it on a 6 to 8 inch plate or use the 2-hand rule. True. True. Timing. If I do not spread my meal episodes out 4 to 6 hours, that is a holiday. False. For optimal results, I should have a 12 to 16 hour fast every single day. True. Some of you said false, probably know that I teach 16 hours optimal, but 12 is acceptable. All right. So I'm going to go into the website now. There's 2 different views here. I'm in the all access course. It's okay if you're not in the all access course. If this confuses you, I can go out of it. But what we want to do is go to our dashboard, and we want to go to Kim Dankey's Fast Track. And what I want you to do is try to get through the rest of this by tomorrow, if at all possible. The videos are short. Kim and I work, I think, very well together in teaching the program. I'm trying to motivate and explain. She teaches the structure. We have laps. Make sure you go through your laps and learn navigation of the website. And then you have this video. You can click here and cycle through the videos, or just go to Fast Track Videos. You have your resources up here, your combination chart right here. It's your combination chart. This chart saved my life. If you're new here, the red column is the fastest fat loss combinations. Yellow is a close second. You're not giving up much. And then the blue is the life-saving one. This is how we learn to eat potatoes and French fries and bread and corn. You're going to lose weight slower, but I call this the lifestyle column. Now, you don't have to learn all these to begin with. We don't need all these. We're not going to eat all these the first week, but we need them for variety in the future. Okay? Need to learn a lifestyle, not diet this time. First three letters of the word diet spelled die. Anything we start with can't stay with forever. Just a waste of our time. All right, so we go through the videos, watch Kim's videos, and then we have an abridged food library for beginners. Still a lot of variety. Just a sampling, really. So you've got category 1, category 2, category 3, 4. We've talked about a lot of these, but now we're going to get to superfoods. Okay, so superfoods, they have their own category because they contain all of the macronutrients. They have protein, they have carbs, they have fat, they have water for the most part. So you have all the macros. And they don't spike insulin like category 3 or 5, but they can, so we have to be measured with them. Some of these things, like pinto beans, can obviously be eaten traditionally alone. So in that case, it's 1.5 cups up to 2 cups, or on your portion plate. You can have any superfood alone. Like 1 handful of nuts or seeds is a snack. 2 handfuls is a meal episode. You can also use them as a condiment. Peanut butter, 1 tablespoon is a snack, 2 tablespoons is a meal. So they're all a little different. This is a diverse little group here, and they're fine. But you can use them so many ways it can be confusing, because you can make a meal out of them because they don't need protein paired with them. They have protein. But let's say that I want to eat them with something else, then I got to back down on the portion. So let's say pinto beans. So I can have 1 cup to 1.5 cups pinto beans. Put some condiment there, a little onion, whatever I like. I can have that, call it a meal. But if I want it with, say, a chicken breast, that's a category 1. Pintos will be a 6. Then I use my plate. I've got the chicken breast and I got the pintos. 2-hand rule, over the chicken, over the pintos. Not piled up any thicker than the thickest part of my hand. Boom, that's ideal. So you can't have 1 cup to 1.5 cups unless you're eating these things alone. You got to be careful. Follow your combination chart. But they're fantastic. Just got to be careful how you portion, what you eat with them. And all of them are good condiments if you use a smidge, like avocado. But you have to be careful with an avocado. 1 avocado is about 350 calories. That's an entire meal. Sometimes when I see people's restaurant pictures and they think avocados in the program and it's good, and I see them eating a whole bowl of guac, you could have 1,000 calories in that bowl of guacamole. Does that make sense, everybody? So like avocado, we want to use a little bit as a condiment typically. If you're going to dip some approved chips in it, 1/4 cup, and you'll be all right as a snack. So that category is a little different. Shellfish. shellfish work just like category 1. The only reason we gave them their own category is some people are allergic to them, or they have a religious aversion to them. But they're used just like lean proteins. They work that good. Okay. Condiments. Let's talk about our condiment rule. Condiments, as I see it, they're things that they don't necessarily have any nutritive value, but they do have calories. Therefore, we must be careful. Use them wisely. So we have 3, not to confuse you, but to give you some variety. We have 3 rules for condiments that go on meals. They don't go on meal replacements. They go on properly combined meals. Food, not liquid. So category 1, not category 1, but number 1, we have the 0 calorie rule, like Walden Farms calorie free. There's 3,500 calories stored in a pound of fat, and the only way to get rid of them is to be in a 3,500 calorie deficit throughout the week to get rid of 1 pound of fat. So you don't want to be wasting calories on condiments if you can help it. Spices, seasonings, herbs, Walden Farms calorie-free condiments, these are ideal. But let's say that you want some special barbecue sauce and you want to know, can you get by with using it? You use the second best rule, 5, 2, and few. What does this mean? 5 grams of sugar or less, 2 grams of fat or less, and just use a smidge. Just use a smidge. Less than 50 calories. Just a smidge. But as long as it was that barbecue sauce or whatever condiment, ketchup, whatever, if it's 5 grams of sugar or less, 2 grams of fat or less, and you use a little bit, under 50 calories, you'll be okay. Let's say that you're in a situation you have no access to anything to make this bland food taste better, but something that's high sugar. Then only use 50 calories of it and you'll be okay until you can get hold of some better condiments. Now, the problem with that is if you're using cheese or fatty dressing, this much can be 100 or more calories. So remember, you're just looking at just a little bit, just a little, and mix it up good in that salad and you'll be okay. That's the condiment rule. Are there any questions about any of this so far? Let's see. Elizabeth, can you speak on the walking goals? I'm struggling to get over 5,000 steps. Probably more due to the time you spend working. I struggle with it too when I'm this busy, but I get up every day. I've got my Fitbit on and I set a Pomodoro timer to take a break from my back about every 2 hours. I'll have the timer go off and I'll get up and go walk around the building, clear my head, come back. You do that several times, about every 2 hours, you'll rack up a fair amount of steps that way. Now, obviously the goal, now some people like Pinky, they have a standing desk and they march all day while they're working. She gets in thousands of steps. Some people they tie their Fitbit to their shoe and they have one of them peddlers under the desk. So there's ways to do it. If you're really wanting to get in 10 to 15,000 steps, you got to start early. You know, back when I was able to do it, I was getting up. I still get up early, but I used to get up early before sunrise and go get my steps in, and it was well worth it. Now I'm getting up before sunrise to get to work, but you can do it. It's just got to be resourceful and work hard to get it. Repeat what you said about calorie deficit. All right. So in a pound of fat, this is how much space a pound of fat takes up on the body. There are 3,500 calories stored in every single pound of excess fat. So when I was 100 pounds overweight, I had more than 350,000 calories that I had eaten too much of that were stored in this. I had overeaten by 350,000 calories. And the only way to get it off, somebody got to tell us the truth. The only way to get it off is now to eat less than 350,000 calories. And if you want to do it more efficiently, better control insulin. Did anybody see the 10:30 session where I showed you why Shibboleth speeds up weight loss, where I showed you the food and how it breaks down in the body? Please, tomorrow, if you weren't in that 10:30 session, please watch the recording from 10:30 today. There's about a 10-minute section of time where I show you why and how Shibboleth speeds up fat loss. I break it down so that you can see and understand the power of the red column. Okay. How many calories per day to lose 1 pound a week? You'd have to be in a 500 calorie deficit a day to lose 1 pound per week. 500 calories times 7 is 3,500. If you're controlling insulin, you would lose 1 pound a week that way. Shibboleth will speed that up, and that is a lot. Believe it or not, that's 52 pounds of that stuff back there a year. But we can speed that up if you're following red column more often than not. What is the proper way to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Using a category 2 bread only. It breaks down inside of your body like a green bean. Not white bread. The whiter the bread, the quicker you're dead. So I use approved bread. Tastes like bread, breaks down unlike bread. No, not as much insulin. And then I put 2 tablespoons of peanut butter that's approved. And then some sugar-free jelly. If I don't want sugar-free jelly, I can put some sliced strawberries or blueberries as a condiment. And then I've got a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. What kills it is the white bread. I lost 44 pounds eating peanut butter sandwiches most of the time. 2 tablespoons of approved peanut butter on category 2 bread or tortilla. I like it with a tortilla. Deborah, this is all Greek to me. So let me show you, Deborah. I'm here every Monday through Thursday going through this until people get it. It's life-changing stuff. Millions of pounds lost. So you go to myshibboleth.com and you sign up for the free account, just like the following. Okay. I'm not in. I come, I get my free program. Deb Martin. Let's do that. Deb Martin. I'm doing a dummy account. Don't put dummy accounts in here because I won't be able to help you. This is me trying to illustrate. Dive into your weight loss adventure. It asks for my phone number so that I can let you know when I'm having live class. You don't have to give it, but you won't get the same help. Then you go in here and you have your journal. This is the free journal that you have lifetime access to. So you have a free journal and you have videos. Every time you watch one, you get another one. You come to these classes. Then over here, dashboard. Okay. In your dashboard, you have laps that teach you navigation of the website for beginners. And then you start watching these videos right here. And you come to my classes. And you will learn how to do it. These videos, some of the people are here, have saved tens of thousands of lives. It's more powerful than pharmaceuticals. Nobody else does what we do here. Okay, so let me know if you need help getting you started, because we will help you. We're here to serve. We love having you. Bring people with you. We're trying to save lives. Hope that helped, Deborah. We're here for you. 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday. How much is a membership for all access? What I just showed you is completely free. All access currently, can't do this forever, is $49 lifetime membership. $49 lifetime. Pay once, never pay again for Fast Track, Journey, All Access, everything but our partners who fund us. They get different things. I'm glad it helped, Deborah. You're our special guest. Thank you. Let's see, Lisa, I thought I had the link for sign up to buy product. Okay, I'll give that to you. Let me answer another question. Please keep Pam in prayer. Okay. Oh, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I sure will. Do you mind giving me the last name? I've got 4 or 5 Pams and I know them all. Do you mind giving me the last name, please? Here is that other link that you were looking for. I believe I gave you the right link. If I didn't, I have a hard time spelling that word. Let me know. Any other questions before we go tonight? Tomorrow's the big day. We'll do some more teaching, and we'll take the test together. Anybody else? Any question? Doesn't matter. Now we have time. We have time to keep you moving. Behavior modification, education, rest, doesn't matter. Whatever it is, we got you. I've seen it all. 20 years of doing this. More than 30,000 hours. Praise God that I'm still not lost my sanity. 30,000 plus hours of classroom instruction. More than that. That's conservative, but that's what we tell people. Anyone else? Yay. Hey, Robin, you got me tonight. Awesome. Awesome to have you. Gotcha, Ashley. We'll be praying. I know who you're talking about now. Definitely. Thanks for sharing. Anyone else? Questions? How much water to drink a day? Is it half your body weight? I give you that formula. I like to keep it simple. The minimum amount of water that everyone needs is a half a gallon. Optimal is a gallon. So what about the larger person? Shouldn't they have more? In my estimation, unless you're sweating, nobody really needs more than a gallon a day. That just keeps it simple. Less math, the better. How do I get to the 49 lifetime? Sasha, could you help Nail Reed? Could you help Nail, please? Miss Sasha? Sometimes she leaves, comes and goes. Okay. Yeah, Nail, she posted it above. Sasha, do you mind posting that again? Good night. Margaret, what if you don't like water? Well, I'm going to tease you a little bit, okay? I'm going to tease you a little bit. First, think about the benefits. But you can't say you don't like water. You are water. You are 2/3 water. You're water. That's what you're made of, mostly, just like the planet Earth. Your earthen vessel is 2/3 water too. So you have to. If you're not getting enough water, you're going to hold on to water. Okay? And it's what allows for every chemical process in the body to send the signals that need to be sent to help you efficiently burn fat. So you need your water. But when I have somebody that will not drink water, you either do Crystal Light or a healthier version, Splash H2O. Okay, you get that, this one from me, or Crystal Light from your grocery store. Okay. If you must, I'm gonna pout because I love you, but I'll take what I can get sometimes. That's right, Brother Charles. That's right. Amen, Deborah. Anyone else? Patsy, I like Twist lemonade. I've heard of it. As long as it's almost 0 calories, that's fine. Lemon in water is awesome. I like what Nell suggests, a motivational gallon bottle. I don't have any motivation on it, but I have my water with me. Deborah, I'm trying to do keto. Is this similar? People that are not in the know will tell you that it is, but they haven't ever been through the course. So keto technically means, from a macronutrient standpoint, you're predominantly eating fat. While you can lose weight doing that, you lose about the same ratio of metabolism because you're losing about the same ratio of muscle that you're losing fat, especially for people who are not lifting weights. In addition to that, it is my belief that long-term ketogenic programs, even if they were sustainable, which I do not believe they are, will end up causing your gut health to suffer long term. God did not intend for us to exclude nutrients. So, with that said, it can help in the short term. Long term, it may not be the most viable option. And here's another reason why. So if you can't live keto, let's say that you're living it and you're doing good and you're eating a lot of fat, high fat diet, low, almost no carb. But then you have a weak day, you have a weak moment, and you've got all of that fat in your digestive tract that hasn't settled, hasn't been burned yet. And then you spike insulin because you have one off day. What's going to happen to all that fat, everyone? Going to store it. And typically, the fat that we're consuming from a ketogenic diet is the worst kind of fat to consume, along with the fat bus. That's why I advocate coming to class, learning, and then you can choose the appropriate approach based on your situation. We're not a diet. When people call us a diet, let me ask my members, because we got some folks that we love in our family. When folks say that we're a diet, do my members that's been around for a long time realize why I say it's not a diet? You can treat it like one, but it's really an educational program, a comprehensive educational program. So that if you choose keto, you know the pros and the cons. If you choose veganism, you know the pros and the cons. And you're learning how to optimize your hormones in a practical, sustainable, and fun way. And that's our mission. We don't like tricks or gimmicks. We do things, what most people say, the hard way, education. But once you learn it, you can't unlearn it. Is keto better than how I ate before Shibboleth? Yeah, I did keto. I was, goodness gracious, I was peeing on those keto sticks to see if I was in ketosis. And then I would eat butter to get back in deep ketosis. So I've been there, put all my weight back on. Need a lifestyle that we can live with. Anyone else? Yeah. Everybody satisfied tonight? Get what they needed? Happy? Healthy? On your way to glory? Happy, 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 Carrie says. Thank y'all for the kind words. Thank you, Heather. I know a person that did that and she gained it all back. Now, look, you can gain it all back with Shibboleth too. Not trying to disappoint you, but you've got to find a lifestyle that you can live with forever and make it your forever lifestyle. This is the challenge. There's as many diets to lose weight on as you can find. But what we need is, okay, I now have a lifestyle that I can live with. I can eat out. I can eat at home. I know what to do. This situation, that situation. We need a lifestyle that's practical, sustainable, and very fun, that excludes no macronutrient. Y'all, if I owed you a call today, I was in meetings, my wife can attest, straight from 10:30 all the way to 7:30 p.m. So I promise I'll catch up with you tomorrow. It's getting too late to start making those phone calls, okay? Or I'll try. If I don't, it's because I missed a sticky. Good night, everybody. God bless.